By the end of the year, our princess had danced until her feet were sore, performed until her voice grew hoarse, gave everything she had to give, all in pursuit of the golden milestone that sparkled just beyond her reach: 100,000 subjects to call her own. The court had whispered that this number would grant her true legitimacy, and so she weaved spells faster and faster, churning out performance after performance, until the very art of creation began to wither in her hands. What had once been elaborate productions filled with costumes and characters slowly gave way to redundant spells of her daily wanderings, each more listless than the last. The princess found herself speaking into the void about the most mundane happenings, her words growing longer and more meandering as her thoughts scattered like leaves in the cold autumn wind. The magic that had once sparked in her eyes when crafting her early enchantments now flickered weakly, replaced by the dull exhaustion of somebody going through familiar motions. When the harvest feast arrived, that dreaded celebration where families gathered around tables groaning with abundance, the princess felt the familiar claws of dread sinking deep into her chest. She spoke bitterly of this obligation of having to sit amongst her court, who would surely notice how little she partook, how often she excused herself, how she withdrew into herself as a shield against their worried glances. After, in the safety of her tower, she catalogued her desires for the winter solstice with the careless entitlement of somebody who had never known want, never learned that wishes could be too heavy for others to bear, and when the darkness crept in through anonymous voices and strangers' cruelty, instead of turning away, she fed them with her attention, giving them exactly the power they sought over her crumbling kingdom.